Win our first race back. And just so you guys know, I'm not mentioning that. Okay, I didn't get up there. I tried. This one or I go. And he goes. Okay, so here we are. This is the final. This would be the first race. So if PANCHO wins this race, it is over. If Josh wins this race, we will go to race number 2. All right, here we go with the first break. Here we go with the first break. PANCHO hammers it, pockets a couple of balls, has a nice clean look at the 1 to the corner pocket here. Blink so that I get a better color. There we go. Hey George, you see in the chat, says my money is on PANCHO. Nobody's going to tell you that's a bad bet. He's a very strong player, and he's all warmed up, so he's definitely going to be very tough to beat. PANCHO beat Josh in the hot seat yesterday, 6-1. So this is a little bit of a redemption match for Josh. Kind of how the last one was for Lonnie. But PANCHO's a very intelligent player too. He understands all the angles and everything and tries to put himself in the best position to play the correct angles to simplify it as much as possible. And then with his ability to pocket balls, he generally gets out. And there's proof of what I was saying. He had a tight window to get shape to the 4, so he plays a nice little slow spin shot to get over there and bump the 6 and give himself a nice look, nice angle on the 4. Little risky. Oh no. So And Pancho just showed you what his intent was to come out this way. If it came up short in here, he had the corner. If it came out this way where he wanted, he would have had this. Now Josh is more of a check spin, so he's probably going to come straight across. Oh, he opted for a nice draw. Got perfect, but he's definitely straight. We'll have to draw it straight back. Just like that. And I think Josh is going to take the first game. And he does. He's up 1-0. So now I can tell you from experience too, you know, when you're coming in from the B side, you're playing, you're all warmed up, all your jitters are worked out, your in stroke. And so Pancho, even though he's been here for a while and practicing and warming up, it's not the same as if you just played a match, won it, and now you're into this match. But having said that, like I said, Pancho is a very strong player. That was just a little bad luck. But he's feeling good. And these two guys are really good friends, so no matter the outcome, just going to be a good time. So Josh pocketed a ball on the break. Had a nice easy shot on the 1, sitting in the corner. Ends up perfect on the 2. He's got a tiny angle, so just a little stun draw, so the cue ball drifts over just a little. Give him a similar look at the 3. Just like so. And now he'll be able to, because he's on the correct side, he'll just be able to stun draw over this way for the 4. The 4 to the 5 will be tough, but he's going to want an angle to be able to go like this to get to the 5, because he can play safety there or play the 5 in the side off the 8. Oh, even better. He just went ahead and addressed that problem right now. But in doing so, he ended up really straight on the 4. So the 3 rail option is now gone. There's a shot here where you can spin load and still make the cue ball go 3 rails. Very difficult, and he might be doing it. Well, he did it with the inside. Somehow squeezed through the 6 and 8. And so now, just options. The 5 ball does not go past the 6 to the corner. It does go to the side, but then you got to run the cue ball around it to try to get some sort of shot on the 6. Or you can just here and bring the cue ball into here. Looks like he's gonna call the side and look to make this route. So we'll see what happens here. That is a very aggressive move. Oh, so he opted to go 3 rails with the inside English. Came up short. Still a very doable shot. Josh drills it and gets the 3 rail shape to the 8. Very doable. You can punch draw this over and in the same pocket, or roll forward if he wants, like that. Leave himself perfect. So now he will take a 2-game lead. He looks very dialed in. That was a great out. And now Pancho will be breaking. But remember, Pancho has the hot seat, so he will need to be beaten twice. But being down 2-0 is not going to intimidate Pancho at all. He will still come at it. Fully expect him to crush his break. He has a pretty powerful break as it is. It's very condensed, short stroke, condensed power. But he hits it pure and hits his target full. So all that power delivers and all the energy transfers into the break. Broke dry, but as you can see here, there's no shot on the one, so there will be a push shot, and then this cluster is going to be very problematic. I expect Josh will play he called this pocket. I don't know that he's actually going to go for that. But you can take free shots at things because this cluster allows you to not worry too much. Okay, so Pancho has a look at the one and the angle to get down here on the side rope for the two, but with the three being buried, he come up short. So now he will need to go rail first to get his hit. What a great shot, but he did not call the pocket, so let that be a lesson, everybody. No matter what you're doing, call a pocket just in case. But now, as I slopped the ball, he pocketed the two ball without calling it, so that's a slop shot, which gives Josh the option to shoot or give it back. In this case, Josh is going to shoot, looking to play safe, I'm sure. Oh, and he hit that like money. It is buried in there tight. So Pancho's only option is to one rail this way. There's no room to go here. It's too close to the 7 ball. So great safety by Josh. Yields him ball in hand. The only other issue now is the 6 ball over there on the side rail. It's problematic. So now Josh is looking at what he wants to do. The 6 ball is bankable, and the best way to do it would be to set up a back bank. And by back bank, I mean cue ball more this side versus this side. Now the 4 ball sitting in the pocket, so Josh may just go forward and back down that same line. What a strong move that was. He aggressively went to do the breakout, and it laid out perfect. And the cue ball came back to give him a really nice look at the 5. Usually not the best bet, just because getting into that breakout, it could end up being funny and you not having a good shot. But in this case, it worked perfectly. Now he's going to make the shot on the side. Use the 10 as a stopper to stop this cue ball. And the way Josh is shooting and feeling right now, I think he's going to take a 3-0 lead. Notice the speed control on this shot. He's still on the short side, so he's going to come this way and out. Ooh, rough. But like we saw in the last match, any kind of power draw shots to the pockets, if they touch anything, they will rattle. It's unfortunate for Josh. And now Pancho's up at the table. And he's going to get on the board, so it will be 2-1. And there it is, 2-1. Now, mentally, if you're down 2-1, that's very workable in the head versus being down 3-0. So that game was big for Pancho. Not to say that being down 3-0 would have made him fold, because it would not. But it definitely plays on the brain a little differently than only being down one game. So Josh makes 4 balls on the break. Just crushed it. I think the only ball that doesn't go might be that 9 ball here. But by the time they get to that, it will, because everything will be gone. He has a thin cut on the 1. This is the next ball. So Josh will thin cut this and come this way. He may be an attempt to go for that breakout, but no, he went the 2-rail out to give himself a good look at that 4 ball. He would have preferred an angle to give him a shot at breaking that out, but it's pretty straight. He can force an angle with power in English to make the cue ball come this way at it. I don't know if he'll opt for that, but it is there. And he hit that pretty perfect. Just got a little unlucky there. Lucky that it didn't scratch, but unlucky that it is hooked. And yeah, he can't see the edge of it either, so he's looking to kick. Sorry for the crooked lines. This way, and I think he called the 9. Boy, Josh is on fire. He's making everything. What a great shot that was. So he's going to want to like stop shot or maybe even draw it back to give himself an angle on the 6 to come around. So he hit that perfect cue ball this way. An unbelievable miss. And so this gives Pancho a very doable 6 and 10 ball. He hit that a little more firm than he thought, than he needed, but still very makeable. And to make this tied up 2-2. And he drills it center pocket. It is 2-2 with PANCHO's break. So PANCHO gets the dry break. Not his normal for sure. But just give Josh a back cut on the one into the corner with a natural angle to go side rail and into the cluster. He can cinch it up a little bit and come between the 5-2. Give himself a shot on the 2 in the corner. Well, he opened up that cluster in a perfect shape on the 2, but failed to pocket the 1. PANCHO played to come down to the middle, gave himself a good look at the 2. There is an angle on it though, but 3 is sitting in front of the side pocket, so he should have a good shot on it no matter what. And just like that, he threads the needle between the 6-8 and comes out perfect. Keep in mind, 4 ball is here, but it looks like he's going to draw it back, which he did perfectly. That's a nice look at the 4. He's probably going to come this route, just like that. You get perfect on the 5 inside. You're going to draw it straight back to 6 this way, and he did it with enough to give himself a little angle. So he's going to play this way, come out here. Yeah, the way he's following my line, I think I've seen him play before. And this one has a drawback. Not too far because he wants this angle to come over here for the 9. And just like that, give himself. He played it a little higher than the line I drew to make sure the side pocket was not going to be an issue or in play. So you can roll this slowly or just go across to the other side. Tricky preference. He opted to go the other side, which is the more common. That way you don't have to slow roll or baby a shot. And there he goes. He's nice out. And he's up 3-2. So on any pool table, especially ones that are not diamond tables, you don't really want to baby shots, especially slow roll shots, because if there's a roll in the table, it's going to take it. And if it's a table that gets played a lot, there will be a lot of chalk dust on the table, which could also affect the roll. So another reason why you don't want to baby it. And then if you're under any kind of pressure, feeling a little nervous or anything like that, those things will channel through to that shot, and tendency is to miss. So shoot things with intent, control the cue ball for shape using English or rails so that you don't have to slow roll. And that's why PANCHO just cut the 9 and took the cue ball to the other side instead of trying to slow roll it in and hold. He's aware of the downfalls of that, and so you don't really ever see him baby shots. Same is true for Josh. I expect 3 rails on this. A little unfortunate there to get in deep. Now the reason for that is more top English than side English. And when you get into a cut like that with more top, it's going to want to run across table. But with more spin, the top English will take you this route like it did, and then more left English will take you this way, which is what he was looking to do. But you have the shot on the floor. You can play to the corner or to the side. I believe the side would be the better option. Just like that. A little bit more firm or less speed, he would have had a great shot. Now he's got, still has a shot, but he's got to work it. And considering where the 6 is, the bank is probably the best option. And just pop the cue ball back here so he can shoot it. And he is measuring the bank out. And so the bank is basically this. That puts little angles, so the cue ball is going to come this way. But that would allow, and the 6 is not on the rail. Oh, looks like he's playing the cut to this side. The same is true. So draw, it'll come this way, back here. Oh, he got that with inside English to play that route like he did. Had he made it, he may not have liked the shape anyway. Now PANCHO's going to pocket that and come across table again, like so, and he hit that perfectly. So he's going to punch it to come out just like that. PANCHO's going to run this table out. Pay attention to how he shoots his shots. Aside from having good fundamentals, and he stays still and he stays down on all his shots, the precision play, always trying to be on the correct side of the ball, use natural angle to move the cue ball around. It's so much easier that way because you're not fighting it with having to force English somewhere. You can just add a little bit of spin to help the cue ball travel the line it already wants to travel. So putting yourself on the correct side of the ball will allow you to do that, which in your reward is to have better shape. And with better shape, your percentage of making balls, pocketing balls, goes way up. And as you can see how PANCHO is doing right now, you just run out. I say that like it's easy, but once you learn those things and work on those things, then it becomes easier as you progress. So PANCHO scratching the side. Typically, that means he mishit his mark by just a fraction, which allowed the cue ball to draw back sideways versus straight back. And so with ball in hand, you see where Josh has his cue now. That's kind of the shape he wants. The 2 to the 3 is going to be very difficult. The 3 ball is here. And from the 2 ball, he wants to be out here like where he drew it, so that he can have the cue ball take this angle for the 3. So this is going to be more spin than power, because you want to go to the side run, let that spin drag that ball out just like that. He hit that perfect. And now with a little top left, it's going to come right through this window like this. And he doesn't have to do much here because the 5 ball's location, but at the same time, you want to give yourself an angle to get back to 6. He has a little angle on 4, so he's going to pop it so that the cue ball goes maybe forward and out a little bit, somewhere here maybe, just so he's not froze to the rail. Now, he could have played that a little bit more, but he was really focused on pocketing the ball and not hanging it, so I can't blame him there. Looks like he has a slight angle to come this way, which he did. Unfortunately, maybe rushed it a little too much. So now, so PANCHO is pretty straight on the 5. So he may just draw this back to him, bring it up into this area. Kind of like that. And he's on the right side of the ball, so the cue ball can go this. What he's looking now. And to do so, he's going to hit a little bit of low inside draw. And in this case, low inside draw would be what's pictured there. And what that does is that allows the cue ball to come this way, and that spin will throw it forward. I think he bumped that just enough to let him see that 7. But that slight angle, he's going to really power this shot to go this way. Well, he went out the other way and worked out well, but the reason why he went through this way to play this bigger window than this window. Hit that perfectly as well. So now he has a couple options. He can stop shot, play the 10 on the side, or go around just like that. And so now PANCHO will be on the hill, 5-2. Boom, 5-2.
Yeah.
So game 8 is Josh's break. You know, for those of you that have been watching these matches, and those of you that came down and watched, thank you very much for the support. And I can tell you, there's been a lot of really good matchups in this tournament. There were a bunch of hill games, and considering it's the King of the Valley, so a lot of strong players were in it. A lot of the mid to lower range Fargo rated players also joined, which is pretty awesome to see that they're willing to get in and play. They're not worried about having to play stronger players. They want that challenge. They accept that challenge, and a few from time to time win that battle, and that's big. And that's a big big step for them, and nice confidence booster, and it's fun to see. And I can tell you, last night I played Eli Rice. Now, our Fargos are probably 150 points apart, but his game has come a long way, and he's been working on a lot of things on his game, trying to improve, and he should have beat me. He was on the hill 5-3. I started playing a lot more safeties to try to help myself, It happened to work, and I managed to pull off the win, 6-5. I got very lucky, but he played very, very well. And the fact that he's willing to jump in, he's not afraid of playing anybody, whether he gets beat up or not. He's willing to get in the ring. And there's more and more players that are doing that these days, and it's nice to see. I give them many props because they are the future of the sport. They are the future of all of our pool leagues here, and good to see them pursue their passion and play everybody and anybody, anytime. That's awesome, and I think those players as well, men and women both, just a nice thing to see. Thank them and thank all the players. Our pool community here is very tight knit and a lot of really good players, and I played them all many times. Win or lose, it's always a good time because everybody seems to always want to give you their best, and that's the most you can ask for. Someone giving you their best game, win or lose. Very, very nice, and that's how you want to compete. But because of our pool community here and everybody playing everybody, when we go out of town, like Lincoln City, for example, Yakima always has a great showing, regardless of what division it is, what event, whether it's single, scotch, or teams. Our history over there is very solid, and even the live stream teams always comment about the power that Yakima has in our events and our players, and our names are becoming more and more known, which is another awesome thing to see. And we have Yakima has a separation of Upper Valley and Lower Valley, and both areas have plenty of strong players, which is also cool to see. Big pool communities, fun place to be a part of. So as you can see, PANCHO just tried to play really good safety, and I think he might have got edge hooked. So Josh will have to kick side rail. He's trying to get up table and behind the floor, and was one roll of the cue ball away from getting it perfect. But I think, like I said, he got part of it, so Josh can't hit. We'll have to either spin a little, kick a little, do something, but he can't go straight at it and fire at the 10 at the corner down there. So PANCHO has ball in hand. I'm pretty sure he's going to do the 110 combo to end the match. And he may as well, because it's basically a free shot, considering the 2 ball is tied up. So he called the 10. This could be it, folks. We could have our 2024 King of the Valley champion. Oh, I spoke too soon. Commentator first, maybe. But he left a shot on the 1. But like I said, the 2 ball is stuck. Not much you can do with that. Now people may wonder or ask why he hit that so hard. And I can tell you the reason why you don't hit early softly is because if it rattles or if you were to miss, you don't want to leave it sitting right there. Because if you do, then your opponent will have an easy combo to win. Hit it with speed, for the most part, 9 out of 10 times. It's going to come out of there and not leave that shot. And if they run the table out, then good for them. Kudos to them if they do that. But for the most part, uh, you're not going to get an early 10 against you. Now, Josh could have pocketed that ball. He was trying to. Missed. PANCHO tried to play safe. Did not quite get what he was looking for. So I don't know if Josh is going to try to draw into this 9 ball to open up the 2. He might. But safety might be a better play here just because of that 2. And for that reason right there, I can't really tell if there's a gap there enough to slice that 2 in there. Could be. And it appears there was. So nice shot, Josh. Aggressive move paid off. All the other balls go. He will pop draw, stun draw the 3, so the cue ball will end up somewhere here to play the 4 and come out this way for the 5. And he'll want to get back down here for the 5, somewhere along that line or where it's at now to give the angle to go side railing out. So that's perfect. So now it's going to come this way for the 6 on the side. You just don't want to overhit this and get hooked behind the 10. He hit it well, but as you can see, he is on the wrong side. So, but he's looking to just roll this in, leave the cue ball here, accept the longer shot on the 7. Right here, then he will go either 2 rails out or 1 rail down. Either way, I expect he will be shooting the 9. I'm thinking, doing with this position, going to go 2 rails. Ooh, managed to avoid hooking behind the 10. So now he'll just going to draw this out, maybe like this. There we go, straight in. Got a little bit of an angle, so, but you will not see Josh baby this. He's going to fire it in. And that goes with my philosophy that you hit everything with intent. It also builds on your confidence if you fire balls in. Don't just swing crazy and try to hammer it like you're trying to knock the pocket off the table. But definitely hit things with intent, like you want it to go in. And you will be surprised at how often you make that. The mindset is everything in pool. So keep in mind that positive thoughts are always the way to go. So when you're at the table and you're looking at a tough shot, if you're thinking, I might miss this, then chances are you will, because you're talking yourself into it. And if you get to something and you're thinking that, I might miss, play it safe. Don't play a 2-way shot. And I say that because if you make it, you're leaving yourself a hard shot, because you're playing to leave a hard shot if you miss. So then you're leaving yourself tough shots, which ultimately you will leave it too tough at one point and you won't make it. And your focus is 50-50. 50% on the shot, 50% on the shape. So if you think you're going to miss, start looking at safety, because you can play a high percentage safety. And it's better to focus on a shot 100% versus 50-50 and telling yourself, if I miss, because you will talk yourself right into missing. I'm not a big proponent of 2-way shots, especially in the early stages of your pool. adventure. Once you get up to a higher range, where you know, say like Josh and Pancho's range, even my range, um, then you have a better understanding of the two-way shot, how to perform it, what to do, and then at that point you do them. That's different. But when you're just thinking two-way shot and your Fargo's, you know, your player rating, your mid to lower rated player, I'm not saying this to take anything away from you as a player, but you want to play percentages from start to finish, regardless of what level player you are. Play shots, whether it's offensive or defensive, that have a high percentage of success for you. That's what you're wanting. And that will increase your win percentage. I can guarantee it. Both of these guys, when they first started coming around playing pool, started all playing pool together, and so they were able to learn a lot, and they put in a lot of work. But here we are. Oh, Josh with the concession. So Pancho wins the race 6-3. First race. He is our 2024 King of the Valley champion. Congratulations, Pancho. Congratulations, Josh. Lonnie for third, Benji for fourth. Everybody else who played, thank you all. Thanks, Dutch, for hosting and adding money, as always, and allowing me to have fun with tournaments here. And to the Dutch staff for always running their butts off, take care of all of us. So, big thank you. Yeah, there's Pancho in the camera holding his trophy. I'll be posting pictures later. So it's going to be